One.
Oh, hold on. I'm watching. I'm watching a thing. I can't hear myself yet. Ah. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello. I am Helen Holmes 20, PNG tuber, artist, gamer, dungeon master, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't care anymore. I am very nervous. Okay, this is the first time I'm doing intros myself because usually I have to scarily ask our lovely producer Kevin to do it for me, and I greatly appreciate him being here tonight. I need to minimize Zoom or I'm going to break. This is going to be the last game of 2023. I almost said 24. For the season for Dirty 20 Gaming. And just like last year, it's Turkey Heist. Last year we had, how many did we have? Nope, wrong one. How many did we have? We had like 4 or 5 dogs here last year, I believe. Help. Help. I'm panicking.
I think that's right.
I think it was 5, yeah.
It was 4 or
Yeah.
5. I remember Karis had a dog but couldn't make it.
Yeah, I always feel bad. I still feel bad about that. I really want to run a game for her. But tonight I am joined by 4 wonderful individuals and a newcomer as well. 2 returning to my table, 1 returning to my table after a very long time. Greatly appreciate it. And we're going to do hot potato with everybody, but we're going to save our newcomer for last because I have something to say. Who wants to go first? Let's see. Well, Shadow, you made noise, so you're going first.
Yeah, kind of figured I would anyway. Age before beauty and all that.
You're gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. I'm one of the founders of Desperate Dice Rollers. We are a gaming channel on Discord. I do not have the links up tonight because life happens and I don't have anything prepared. So, but then again, that's how I run my games normally. HH can appreciate that. I'm here for the first time in quite a while. So thank you for having me back. And I look forward to breaking in the new player.
Woohoo! Now you get to hot potato to somebody else.
Hot potato. I'm just going to go down the list here. Lieutenant, you're next.
Oh. All right. So hi, my name is Sarah. I just realized no one can see me and I shouldn't have done the wave. Oh well. I am here
quite a
bit on it. I am here quite a bit. I am here on Tuesdays on our Carnage Heights game playing Magic. I run the Thursday King's Pyrite game, and I am also in the Sunday Vessin Devil You Know game as Lily O'Connell. I have my own Twitch channel where I play video games on Mondays and Wednesdays, normally, not for a while, but yeah, I'm going to take a break for the holidays. And
there's only one other person left.
Yes, Lily the unaccentable. Let's call it that. And let's do Amy.
Hello. I'm Amy. Yeah. I've been on a few shows. And I've got way too many tabletop games going these days. Like, if they're all running, not counting this, in the same week, that's 10 games in a week.
Oh my god, you're almost reaching my record.
How?
4 of them are on Fridays. And 2 of them run concurrently on Sunday.
You know, when I made this model, I thought to myself, I don't need a fear emote. I don't need it. I need it.
And one is play by post, but
Do you stream as well?
I haven't streamed much lately. I sometimes stream Final Fantasy 14, League of Legends, other games I play. I was streaming FF4 for a bit. I need to go back and finish that game.
Well, it sounds like fun.
Yeah. I've got a few other games lined up to be streamed, but hard drive space and ADHD.
Okay, that's understandable. That is understandable. I was supposed to get a lot done for this game. Instead, Sea of Thieves released a new update where you don't have to fight other players. I binged on that. I worked on a commission, and ADHD just went, nope, I'm taking over now.
Yeah, it's like wanting to stream stuff adds an extra spoon to the requirements and all that.
Are you good?
Yeah. Now we have the last person. Our newbie.
Usually Kevin does this, and I always smile whenever he does this speech. But can we just have a round of applause of bravery for our
Oh,
newcomer, Red Umbreon? This is the first time you've been in a game with us, I believe.
With y'all, yes.
This is the first time you've been in a streamed game.
Yes.
And this is your first time playing Turkey Heist in general.
Yes.
You're in for a treat of shenanigans and chaos, and I both do and don't apologize for anything.
Oh, never apologize for
So
chaos.
please do introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Red Umbreon. I am playing the dog Hades.
Woo.
Because German Shepherds are the best, and
Yes,
there's
they
nothing
are.
anyone can say.
Yes, they are. No one can see it, but Sage is losing her fucking mind. Oh boy.
Oh,
We're-
and stream. If you hear meows, that is my cat.
Nah, don't worry about it. There is an in-canon reason why there might be cat noises. Things have
Oh,
changed
ooh,
at the
okay.
agency. And again, my name is Hellhounds20. I'm a PNG tuber here on Twitch. I'm a moderator and game master for Dirty 20 Gaming time to time. I am the Hammer Lord, as some people call me. Everyone's acting like they're swinging hammers. The art that you guys see on stream was made by me. The same with my model. Little Bouncing Bear was not made by me. It was made by an old friend, and he will always be in my square, no matter what is going on. The person behind the overlay is our good friend, Thunderscape. And I do hope they're enjoying a lovely holiday of rest and relaxation. Now we can get ourselves into the game. I gave y'all challenges for this game on how you guys get to the HQ, which we will get to in a hot second. It has been a year since the last Turkey Heist, where a group of secret agent dogs for the agency, we're just going to call it the agency, broke into a mansion that was illegally built in a national forest for the richest man in the world. No, it is not Elon Musk, but we wish. Because that heist was insane. These dogs not only took every last scrap of food and barrel of booze off of that table and from that mansion, they also stole the man's information, his wallet, his phone, and in a weird turn of events, nobody really knows how or why he had a change of heart, quote unquote. And the building was blown up because it's a spy movie. Much to a lot of people's annoyances, the guy survived. Everybody that was there survived. It is now the next year. This man is still very rich, but every time he tries to do something greedy, the agency does something with his phone, with his information, to direct all that money to where it needs to go. He never goes poor, but he never gets any richer. And people, they would rather not that be the case, but you can't really win them all. This guy's got his fingers in everything. It is currently the night before Christmas. It is Christmas Eve currently. It is cold. There's snow, there's wind, it's dark, but it's also quite beautiful, depending where you live. Let's see. Who are we going to start with? Let's go with Minka. Because last year's was hilarious.
Well,
And I'm curious. How do you get to the HQ?
I was thinking just the same as last year. Riding the sled down the hill, like 2-frame animation all the way down. Even when goes off a ramp, does a loop and keeps going down. And all in the same 2 frames of Minka animation.
The best way to view this game, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, gentles and ladymen, is think of it like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Minka is a still frame, but the background is on loop. With and who knows, you might actually see a caveman in the background.
Yeah, just Fred.
Okay, I do need to ask, because now I'm curious. Has Minka moved from that spot at all in that entire year?
Probably.
Okay. Okay, I just had to be sure. Unlike last time, when you enter the HQ through a secret door in a hill, you do not run into the mailman, but you almost bump into the R&D department.
Mm-mm.
The agency has changed drastically since last year. There's more than just dogs working here.
What?
There are animals that you normally need a permit to have as a pet, or that you need to be a conservation ranch place to even have. Yeah, there is. The hold on, let me double check where my position is. Okay, in front of me. Good. I'll move this over here. The animal you nearly run into is a raccoon.
Yeah, Minka just looks at him. Didn't I see you at the airport stealing some candy?
The raccoon looks at you, kind of lifts their colorful hairdo, blinks, and then they point over another raccoon sitting in a cardboard box that's got the word car drawn on the side. And somehow this cardboard box is actually puttering like a car as it's going around in circles. For notes, this raccoon right next to me is named Barnaby.
Huh.
But they look at you, they kind of put their socket wrench down, and they start walking over to your sled to start getting it out of the way. Bixie's calling people again. You head on up. I focused on this and a commission, people. I made all this myself.
Looks good.
There's poop in it. Oh my gosh, Bison, yes. There's raccoons all over the R&D department. The only dogs that have stayed here is the Doberman from last year and that pug that was staring at itself in a mirror. Not a single thought in that brain of its just staring. I love that I'm breaking sands and nobody can see it. So you guys just have to take my word for it. All right, so you head on up. Amethyst.
Oops.
You're muted.
It's definitely raccoons and Doberman for R&D.
To be okay, just so everyone understands, to a dog, all the crazy shenanigans going on in this garage makes sense. But to a human, no. This is insanity and utmost stupidity. Yet somehow everything works. You don't question how they have funding for all this or how they got any of this. It just works. A platypus. I see that. See that. Traitor. We're gonna move on to the next person. You know what? We're gonna move on to Duke.
It's not treason. So Duke, like the old retired hunting dog he is, has his dog house out back. No one pays much mind. Curls up inside, and when no one's looking, is suddenly just not there. As the floor drops out, and a slide and tube takes him right to the agency, all nice and gentle like. That's a long way to walk, you know.
This is true. And the agency has ways of getting you from one end of the planet to the other within seconds.
That's what all them interweb tube things are for, right?
Yep. Oh my God. We went, wait a minute, wait. We went from a dog on a sled in a 2-frame animation to a dog in a tube with a 2-frame animation.
Well, that's a long tube, so you know it could be multiple frames.
I think while Minka's had the footstep sound from the Flintstones, you have the car sound from the Jetsons. No, I did not time. I did not time that for Kevin to take a bite, but somehow it worked. When you come out of the tube, you are outside of the garage. You're actually like right at the entry of it, and there's like a bunch of tubes that come down. And sliding out of one of them is a. Well, hold on, let me double check this in my brain here. Coming out of it is a tanuki. So for those who don't know what a tanuki is, it is a raccoon dog from Japan. But a tanuki comes sliding out, shakes itself off, looks at you, gives a little thumbs up, and just wanders off who knows where.
Well, then I must mosey on over to wherever I'm needed to be seen.
Mm-hmm. Everybody around you, whether they're a dog, they're a cat for some reason, like there are cats running around. There's a whole ass gorilla in a sweater and a necktie doing paperwork nearby. They're all, usually this place is in a tizzy. Like everyone's going crazy, everyone's going manic. Everybody is weirdly quiet and very tense. You could scoop it up with a ladle right out of the air if you could.
Well, then we must figure out what's going on and has everybody all in a wander in here.
At the very back of the HQ is a pair of double doors that, for a dog, there's an odor to this these doors that this is where the headmaster is, and you do not mess with them. But we're going to cut away from Duke with Minka trailing right alongside him to another person. I want to hear Hades. I need to know what Hades is doing.
Okay. You got a
Give
preview
Sans
of this
time to
because
breathe.
you got a preview of this because I accidentally sent it to. Oh no, Kevin, you got a preview of it. I think.
No,
Right?
you sent it to me.
Okay, you got a preview of it. So, Hades, you pan out and it goes into Hades' house. It's a nice, just one story, big yard, and you zoom in through the window, and Hades is running around like a chicken with his head cut off because he is just like, oh my gosh. Okay, the puppies need the puppies need milk. We don't have enough milk. Meanwhile, Persephone's in the background just shaking her head when a when a light starts flashing right next to her. Hades doesn't see it at first, and he's still like, "Okay, you need more bedding. You need more bedding." Runs past into the garage. Persephone shakes her head again. Hades runs by, and as he's running by to get something else, she trips him, and he falls, and he rolls over. Just ah! What did you do that for? You need bedding. You need food. You need water. And she just points at the light, and you just see Hades' face just fall, just like no, I can't leave you alone. And you can't see it because dogs don't have them. But if they did, Persephone would just raise an eyebrow at him and
Here,
points.
I'll do it for you.
And points again to the light, and he just goes, okay, I'll go. And he goes out to the shed, and a few seconds pass by. The door opens again. But you'll call me in case you need anything, right? She nods her head. He closes the door. Another few seconds pass by. Opens the door again. Opens the door again. Are you sure? And the dog bed just hits the wall right next to his head. Right. I'm going. So he goes out to the shed, and he just sighs, and he's just so close to retirement. Why are they calling me in? Persephone needs me. She needs me there.
Oh my
And
god.
he just goes in, taps a button, and it's just an elevator music. And it has his it's his best, as his most favorite songs on there. And then a voice comes over the radio, and it's, you thought you could get away, but you couldn't. We're all here to sing you happy retirement. And it's just a bunch of voices singing happy retirement, and he just looks up and just says, no, I don't want the attention. Looks to one of the glass walls of it and just says, aha, you can't keep me here. runs through the glass window.
Oh my god.
Jumps out and activates his helicopter bow tie, and just starts floating down, just like, aha, they can't. And he looks around, and oh, that's right, it's an elevator. Other people would use the elevator. There's everyone looking at him and waving and saying, "Hope you have a good life. It was nice working with you." And he's just like, "No." And he races down and finally just tries to find the headmaster's office as soon as he can. Finally finds it and just shakes his head and just says, "I both love it and hate it here, and I will both miss it and love when I'm gone."
Oh my god. That I that was awesome. That was that was fucking. I'm clapping, by the way. I always have to specify that. Oh my god, that was awesome. All the raccoons in the garage stop what they're doing when they hear the glass shattering, and in a wave closest to the elevator, furthest for the elevator, you hear them go, "Fuck!" They gotta fix that. They have to fix that. So this swarm of raccoons rushes out of the garage, past Duke and Minka from behind, and Hades landing next to them to watch just a swarm of raccoons picking up each individual piece of glass to go fix it. But we're not done. We have one more. Good luck following that, Sans.
So following is not the problem. Let's go. So Lieutenant is a year older now. Still very much a puppy, mind you, because he is half German Shepherd, half poodle. But still, like, he's going to take his job as big brother to his human small puppy very seriously. Like, very seriously. He is so proud of it. German Shepherd poodle.
Yeah.
That's Schnauzer poodle.
Yeah, German Shepherd poodle is called a Shapoodle.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shapoodle or Shepherd? No, not
A
Shapoodle.
G-shapoodle.
Yeah, but Shapoodle is a Shepherd.
Oh, Shapoodle. Okay, I saw Schnoodle in the chat. So, and he's and so small puppy, as he calls his human's baby, is only a couple months old. Like, not even crawling, not even rolling over. So Lieutenant's very proudly protecting small puppy. And he gets the alert on his collar. Sees small puppies asleep. Goes, okay. Sees humans are asleep. Okay. I think I can go now. And he tries to sneak out as quietly as he can. But at the same time, he is so excited for another job because it's been a whole year and I finally have a job. As quietly as he can, closes the door. It's like, okay. Trying to remember where I went last year. And goes outside to his doghouse, presses his button to go down, and just the entire time, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Just, I can't believe it. I have a job, have a job, have a job. Ooh, who's going to be on my job?
So it's a good thing that the agency really gauges the temperament of each agent. Like, they had to do this with No-No, where they had to put distractions in the elevator so he didn't shake the thing apart. For you, they put chew toys, they put like fake squirrel stuff, they put things that would get you to settle down and focus on that one thing so you don't also shake your elevator apart. And now that you guys have raccoons with opposable thumbs, they've made it very clear, do not break the elevators.
Yeah,
because they can and they will throttle you.
Lieutenant is trying so hard not to break the elevator, but it's just like, ooh, toy, happy, 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 toy, toy, toy. Wait. I have to be calm. I have to be calm. but Toy, but I'm working a mission. Toy, mission. And just purely excited wiggles the entire time, trying his hardest to be a good dog.
Just
Although
trying to
he's
be-
very, very excited.
trying to be a good boy.
No
you
one
come
can
out-
see me.
You come out of the elevator on the other end of the agency, opposite end of where Hades came in, and you can. Amethyst, you need to mute yourself when you're typing, please.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You can see the swarm of raccoons repairing that elevator, and the entire time, the raccoon Barnaby is glaring daggers at Hades, but he can't do anything because everybody's been called.
He'll see the raccoons and just try not to break it. Bye.
They're more focused on what they're doing. But now all four of you are grouped together. Some of you experienced, some of you not as experienced, but you got some things under your belt. You're starting to notice other things, all four of you. There's another team leaving the double doors. All of them greenhorns, all of them newbies. You see another team leave the double doors. These guys are well into retirement. Like one of them has is actually like is a three-legged dog and looks really rough and grizzled, but he looks at y'all, kind of gives that head nod of like sup, and just keeps going. They don't say anything, but similar to the rest of the agency, if you could ladle the tension out of the air. There is a sheepdog, a rather pretty little Australian sheepdog, standing at the double doors, holding it open for you two, or for you guys. Blech.
Thank you much.
He gives
Thank
a
you.
nod. Unlike last year, this little sheepdog has like 3 little puppies sitting right next to her. While she is a bluish brindle color, these 3 puppies are like a mix of her and then a bright fiery red. But she lets you in, and the doors close behind you for her. Unless there was something Minka or Hades wanted to say. Because I'm just going to keep talking. Like, feel free, like, here's the thing. Feel free to interrupt me if you have a stupid idea. I encourage creativity.
Hades stops and looks back at the raccoons and said, "I'm sorry about breaking the glass walls of the elevator, but in my defense, if they hadn't put that those people singing in there about my retirement, I wouldn't have had to." And then he keeps going.
You can see the raccoon jotting down a note. The doors close behind you guys, and there's a hiss, meaning that this office is turning soundproof. No sound can get in or out. This happened last year. Don't give me that look. And this office is well furnished if you're a dog. So there's dog beds, there's chew toys, there's a bar off to the side, and on the back wall there is a large screen showing the entire globe and different lights flickering and changing position. But sat in front of this screen is a Rottweiler. This is Bixie. He is the headmaster. He is wearing a bright pink collar with a little heart dog tag that says his name. And that's cute until you look at his demeanor, and I'm not going to go too much into detail, but this is definitely a rescued dog. He has a snaggletooth, and there's a scar starting from his eye to one of his ears. In fact, that ear is completely gone. This guy has been through some shit. The only difference since last year is that scar has chalk drawn on it, like multicolored chalk, like a child has been scribbling all over him. And his nails have been painted red. But regardless of all this cutesy stuff, the odor in the room and his demeanor, you know to be respectful. As he gestures for you all to sit.
Duke will take a sit, looking around, trying to make sense of those lights on the globe if he can.
Known role.
Hades. Hades walks next to Duke and just says, "Those two lights. He points to two places on the globe. Those places you want to avoid. They don't really take too well to dogs. So, but I have heard that the I have heard that the Dogmatic Corporation, the Dogmatic, dang it, I can never say their name. The Doglamats, them. I hear they're working on it."
Pixie's just staring at you two. You guys just waiting for you all to sit.
I mean, Hades will go and sit after that, and he just says, he just mutters to himself, "Oh, can't believe I already used all my PTO."
I guess Lieutenant will sit next to Hades. Although it is a very much shaking.
You are the most animated thing in this room.
Yeah, Hades like kind of inches away from you. Like he's just like, look at Hades, just so sagging, like, I just want to go back to my wife. And then Lieutenant, shake it.
Meanwhile, Minka's you guys just look away from Minka, and then as soon as you look back, you might just blink. She's just sitting suddenly.
Minka is part cryptid. Awesome.
Cartoon logic.
Yeah. But Bixie looks at you all. Welcome back, two of you. And he then gestures to Duke. Welcome back as well. And he looks at Hades. And you can see that lip where the snaggletooth is kind of curl a little bit. Welcome back, Hades. Good to see you.
Headmaster.
I'd say that the bar is open, but this is a very pressing matter. I'm sure you've all seen the tension outside. Usually this place is a mess of activity during the holidays. People wanting to finish their work, finishing their investigations before leaving for the holidays. We have a pressing matter. All paws on deck. Whether you're a dog, you're a cat, you're a raccoon, or maybe even the household parrot. Or he kind of pauses. He looks like he's a little surprised he has to say this. Or you're Helga.
With Hades, during the after that, Hades just sighs and just, this couldn't have waited a few days until I retired.
He's going to put his paws on his desk. No. It wouldn't have waited. And he spins around to gesture to all the lights. These lights are not what you thought they were. These are locations that have been struck as of recently. And please note that, like, we're just going to focus on the US for this part. It is 80% lit. Thieves have been striking shipments all over the globe, no matter where they are, whether by land, by sea, or by air. They've been struck. Gifts, holiday decorations, and most importantly, what we're more concerned with is food on a grand scale. Every single agent that has investigated these strikes has found tufts of fur that don't make sense, a smell of perfume, and sometimes feathers. But none of my agents can identify the fur. There's millions and millions of birds, especially crows, parrots, pigeons, owls. We don't know who's doing this. So, I've called every agent available, whether they're new or they're old. Hence why you two have been called. Any gestures to Hades and Duke?
So then, this is all we know at this time.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
This is all we know at this time is tufts of unknown fur, some feathers, a smell of perfume.
Yes. When the first strikes happened, we didn't get involved. But then we noticed there was a pattern. A truck driver and his accompanying little poodle were struck. And the poodle reported the weird tufts of fur, the feathers, the perfume, and sometimes, with other truck drivers, paw prints. They
I'm sorry,
couldn't
can you repeat
identify.
that?
Paw prints.
Paw prints, thank you.
We couldn't identify any of them. And with the numerous amount of birds, we couldn't identify a singular bird. There's just too many. Right now, it is Christmas Eve. As we all know, our owners are in a panic, especially right now, trying to get presents before tomorrow. And as we all know, there's a juggernaut of shipments out there. I'm not going to name names. We all know the name. It can fuck off. I see that look. They are delivering presents and food. The moment one of these trucks gets struck, we are sending you in to investigate. Maybe we will find something for once. He kind of folds his paws together. Don't ask how. Every single household is affected by this, whether they're rich or poor. Everyone. And he gives a very specific look to you, Lieutenant. You and I both know how important these things are, especially for little ones. Especially for little ones experiencing it for the first time. We will be sending you to a highway in the middle of the US. There's going to be a shipment coming out of that juggernaut soon. I want you to investigate. Find out who's doing this. And do what you must to stop it. Every single team has been told the same thing. Investigate, find out, and stop it. Do we have an understanding?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So there are so many teams going out. He said,
Yes.
"Oh well, then that's perfect. What are the chances we find it, right?" And he looks like hopeful to the rest.
Minka just stares at him, knowing that he's just jinxed it horribly.
Wait a minute. I see that in chat. I'm gonna hold on. Brain rot is gonna take over here. Platypus do not have feathers.
It was a Griffin joke.
I know. And I studied platypus specifically for
So-
that.
Platypus don't have. They do have fur. They also have paws. There's a platypus working with a bird.
Rocks fall, everybody's dead. Good night, everybody. I'm kidding. I'm not fast enough to move my character off the screen. As he is about to continue to speak, a light flares up in the middle of the US where he was going to send you. And he looks back at it.
Immediately, Hades just goes, "No."
He looks back at it. He looks at you all. You have access to everything here. Vehicles, weapons, tools, whatever you need, you have it. He points to the light. We're sending you there. Go and investigate.
When you say everything,
He kind of hesitates. Even the experimental stuff, but you're going to have to haggle with Helga and Barnaby for that.
you mean the impossible bone? 9,000?
I walked into that one. Would you rather negotiate with Barnaby and Helga, or would you rather negotiate with Huter? Because I think that one's going to be harder. Now get going.
Right, boss. Salute.
So, this is the GM
Chief?
step.
Do you have something from that scene where that strange perfume was found?
No, this is why we are sending you to that light, because that is a scene of a crime right now.
Very good. All right then. Come on, youngins. We got work to do.
So this is the GM stepping in now. Like I said, you guys, if you guys have something in mind for the armory, whether there's a vehicle or a tool, you can just simply say that you have it in the moment. You don't have to narrate that you picked it up. So we're just going to throw out a James Bond reference here. If you want a car that will come to you because you did a touchpad on a phone, you have it. If you want a clicky pen that explodes, you have it. You just need to say that you picked it up, and we'll use that as a flashback if need be. So unless anyone has anything else to say, I'm going to move us to the scene.
Whenever we walk out, Hades goes to the where the glass fell from the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks up the elevator and just said, "Why couldn't this have been my last day? That would have been a great send-off." Then looks around and picks up. Yeah, and then picks up like the last shard of glass that got left behind, tucks it in his collar, and just says, "All right, when do we want to head out?"
Wait. You're putting a shard of glass into your collar where your neck is.
Yeah.
Also, your helicopter bow tie, which is going to be carrying a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. What? Hey, he has on an undercollar that is cut resistant, and his collar is cut resistant. Okay.
We're just gonna say you have a pocket. Like you
All right.
have a pouch. There's because I can't wrap my head around that.
Dog pocket.
Yep, dog pocket. You have a bag of holding in your collar. Don't ask how that works. You just do. With some negotiation with Helga here. Yes, that is an alligator. I'll make her bigger.
I see we're recording in Florida now.
Hey, he did specific. He had to specifically say Helga. She's the only alligator there. With some negotiation with Barnaby the raccoon and Helga the alligator, you guys are able to get what you need to go to central US. You guys are essentially in Oklahoma. There is snow everywhere. You guys are standing alongside a highway that has been closed off because there has been a severe accident with a big rig. This big rig is off the road with the connection between the cab and the trailer twisted multiple times. So the cab looks a little corkscrewed where the tires are in the back. Okay, I see why everyone's giggling now. There is torn and mangled boxes everywhere. All the deliveries have been ripped open, gutted, and there's nothing there but packaging.
Just the packaging looks like it's being ripped open.
All the packaging, all the gifts that were being shipped have been scattered all over the road, ripped open, torn.
Knives, talons, or claws? Like, what are the... If it looks torn, does it look like it's like someone's using claws or talons or tools?
Y'all are animals. And this is not me like being a GM here. Y'all are animals. You're dogs. You know claws better than any animal on the planet. Save for a cat.
And an alligator.
Shush. Thank you, but shush. These are claw marks on the bigger packages. Like there's a large package for a TV, and there's a massive claw mark from top to bottom in a corner to corner slash. You've never seen claw marks this big before.
Well, first things first, are there any of the humans still around here doing whatever their investigations would be?
No.
Right then.
When you look in either directions, there are like cop cars blocking the accident. But for some reason, all the humans are gone, and you can hear like distant sound of what Lieutenant would know is distraction division. So essentially, they're distracted.
Well then, since
Like, that's normally a lieutenant's duty.
since I've not worked with any of you before, you might want to know what your specialties are so we can get this done and get out of here before anyone stumbles across us.
Right. Well, I'm literally just dumb muscle. Just point me in a direction. I will get that person out of here by
Right.
force if need be.
Minka?
Muscle, just real, basically.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, we got two
Lieutenant?
muscles.
Lieutenant?
And you see him kind of look over to where the distraction is. That's my old unit.
They didn't send any investigators in this investigation. So we're gonna have to do this with some Old-fashioned gumption.
Correction, they sent dogs.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hades. Hades is sniffing around trying to find like a trail. Like he knows what humans smell like, but he's trying to smell out the perfume or something.
Right. Well,
All right. Go ahead, Shadow.
no, Hades has got the right idea. We need to catch a scent and figure out which way they went. What they took? Well, actually, what they took. If they took food, we might get a scent off of that as well. That can give us a way to go.
All right. So if you are using your sense of smell to pick up the perfume, your dog type has their own special abilities. So you would be rolling 2d6 and taking the lowest. But if you do not have this ability,
I don't.
then you would be rolling 1 dice, but you need the lowest.
Yes. Lower 2 or equal to 3. Gotcha.
Yep. Duke,
And of course,
what is your specialty again?
I gotta look. I gotta take look out.
Right. Okay.
Alright. Ooh, a success. It's a 2.
So because I don't know what your guys' stats are, just tell me if it's a success or a failure. Because I don't know.
Yes. Real quick.
Mhm.
Every time we succeed, we move a point from there to the other, right? And every time we fail, we move a point from the other
Yeah.
to that stat.
Every time you succeed, it goes from puppy to bandit. Every time you fail, it goes from bandit to puppy.
Okay.
And sometimes you might succeed and you don't need to move a point.
Okay. Thank you very kindly.
And if I remember correctly, what sizes are you guys' dogs? I forgot to write this down.
I am large dog.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember if Minka was giant or between giant and large. I want to say she was malleable between the two. Or the in-between size.
I believe you were unstoppable because you charged through the
I
snow.
know I
to knock
definitely used the giant size, which is unstoppable. I can't remember if I also used the large dogs, which in between gets to
No,
use.
you used unstoppable because you used that to knock out a bunch of people.
Yeah, I know, but the in-between size dog gets to use 2 different powers. Like in between giant and large would get to use both terrifying and unstoppable. And I can't. I think I did use terrifying as well at some point.
No, you didn't.
Hmm.
Let me tell you, I
Right.
watched that one shot whenever I can't sleep. He didn't.
Right. So I found the stuff that I sent you. Duke is large, and his specialty was also distraction.
Oh. Oh boy. You know, after this, I'm gonna message Mio and ask her what she was gonna do because this is oh my god.
Yeah, none of us are smarts.
Yeah, I definitely have a play in mind. It definitely leans into distraction, but
To be fair, Buck was in charge of y'all, and he wasn't smart either. Anyway, so we had a success from Hades. Yes.
So I had to pull this back up because even though I have my notes, they're not enough. So since Lieutenant is still I guess, small-ish. Because I didn't change his size, I didn't think to. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
He still has hunter sense, so he can sniff out food or unwanted pest.
Okay, so you would be rolling at advantage.
So take 2.
Mhm.
5
And-
and a 2.
So that's a success.
'Kay.
And we're just saying like Duke has advantage because he's a hound. 'Cause
Well-
it makes sense.
I have a success because the first guy I rolled was a 1.
That's a crit success.
Well, there you have it then.
It was Minka sniffing around as well.
Sure. That's a 3.
Okay. All of you succeeded. I'm not so sure about that rolling thing, but you know what? That's fine. Maybe do that away from the mic.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay. All of you get that smell of perfume, but Duke, you get a whiff of that perfume and you can pick up the notes in it. You can smell, there's a bit of lavender in there, there's a bit of a spiciness. This is rich people perfume. This is like like this is a person that has a private jet kind of perfume. And it's all over the claw marks on the boxes. But specifically, there's a very strong concentrated scent near the back of the truck.
Taking a look around the back of the truck, see if I can figure out why so much time was spent there, and see if we can get a trail.
Can't see it, but I'm giving you a thumbs up while I'm eating bacon. I chose to cook myself some food. So sue me.
Now it's my turn to say traitor.
We all see Duke heading to the back of the truck. You guys can smell the perfume. You can't get the notes, but you can get a good idea of where it's coming from. Going around to the back of the truck, there's this mat of fur caught on the corner of the truck, like where the what is that called? Is it a bumper? I'm just gonna call it a bumper. But like where the metal is not so smooth and rounded, has like hooked some fur and pulled.
Right.
The weird part about this fur is that it is bright pink. Like unnatural pink. The fur does not have the perfume. At least it, well, no, sorry. It has perfume, but it's faint. The source of the strong smell is coming from a box that is, sorry, like 3 boxes that are like spilled out onto the ground, already torn open. But they don't look quite right.
In what way? Are they off size? Are they a different shape?
All these boxes are different shapes, but the way these boxes are sitting on the ground, they're not flat to the ground.
Minka will charge at them and try and scatter them.
You run over and you bump them out of the way, and lying on the asphalt is a little crow that is reeking of this perfume.
Ugh.
Like even those who don't have a powerful nose as Duke, it's really strong.
Is it still alive, or is it?
Oh, they're still alive. They're just unconscious.
And I have to
Ladies.
ask, is it wearing a fur vest?
No, The fur is magenta, like a very strong magenta color, but the crow is wearing red and purple and has a monocle because that's what the person requested.
Mm-hmm. Hades looks at this guy, at this crow, and says, "You got a very good outfit. I just want you to know that.
They're
Where'd
unconscious.
you get the top hat? Oh, shit.
They're unconscious.
Well, I mean, he does have a very nice outfit. But, like, all of you know that, right?
I'll move it so people can see it better.
Oh no, where'd our DM go?
Just showing the. Oh nope. Okay.
And the strong sense of perfumes coming off of the crow.
Yes.
Well, that
Because
explains.
because it's a strong scent, you can't tell if it's coming from the clothes or the bird.
That's going to make things a lot more difficult because that means they're flying. But
Well, I mean, let me put it to you this way. We got someone here that might be able to tell us who's taking everything. We just got to make sure he can't leave for now. And if he does leave, well, and he goes and pulls the top hat off, and he takes out a tiny little light a tiny little disc with a light beeping on top. You can get a tracker, and he puts it like under the top of the top hat, if you know what I mean, like at the very top, so that way the crow can't feel it whenever the top hat's on, and then he puts the top hat back on it.
Lieutenant's gonna look around for like a cage or a box even.
All the there's boxes everywhere. They've all been ripped open. All of them.
Are there at least 4 sides on one box? Or not 4, 5 sides.
Not without holes.
So they all at least have a little bit of a hole, but not. Are they all like really big holes?
So these claw marks are as big as one of your toes. If this
Okay.
bird wanted to, he could squeeze out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to like contain the bird so that we can interrogate and wake him up.
Hades just raises an eyebrow, puts his paw like on the crow, like not like trying to squish him, but forceful enough that he's like
Pinned.
between, pinned, and just they're contained.
Duke is just shaking his head and starting to walk around the truck and all the packages in ever widening circles, trying to find where did the scent come and go. It's going to be fainter for where it came in. It's going to be stronger for where it left.
So, how do I do this?
Nika would just sit on the crow's tail.
Hades has already got it pinned. So you're sitting on Hades.
Yes.
Okay. Duke?
Hades raises an eyebrow and says, "I am happily married. Thank you very much."
Oh my god. Duke, I need you to roll under puppy with advantage.
Two.
Okay. I need to privately message you.
Ooh, whisper, whisper, whisper.
Woo!
So while the message is happening, Hades looks at Lieutenant and Minka and says, "I heard about y'all's job last year. Paid off a lot of my human student loans, I'll tell you that much."
Nope, message is in Zoom for you.
Lieutenant, while trying to wake the crow up by effectively like smacking its head a couple of times,
Oh,
Like
Wake
it's
up!
playing with a toy.
oh
Uh,
I don't know if I should have you roll. Because you're not a cat.
no.
Uh no, I'm not gonna do that.
And just hearing Hades goes, oh, thanks. Yeah. That was a fun mission. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
So weirdly enough,
Hey,
Hmm?
Hades is just checking. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
smacking it doesn't wake it up, but gently poking it does.
Hmm.
You gently poke this crow in the neck, and it jolts awake and starts cawing and flapping its
Isn't it-
wings, sending feathers everywhere.
Gonna meander back over.
Yeah. Hades says, "Hey, you're finally awake."
I swear to gods, if you use a Skyrim reference, I'm leaving.
No, it wasn't this. I was fine. I was just saying, you're finally awake.
The bird looks around and like has to adjust its monocle, looks back, sees that Hades is pinning it down, looks at Minka, which is sitting on Hades. I can't do an accent. But this bird has a Hungarian accent.
Oh.
Okay.
Mhm. Never heard a Hungarian accent before, so I can't even say an example.
A very weak Russian accent.
Right, hang on. So Russian is look like this. Oh yes.
Kind of. It's very weak. But
Yes.
but they look at you all, you know. Oh. No, sorry, I got a flash that my internet was spotty. Okay. Do I need to repeat what I said?
Yes. I heard Hungarian accent, but that was it.
The bird is looking at you all. You're from that agency, aren't you?
What?
What agency? I don't know anything about an agency.
Never heard of it.
He gives you all a look. I'm not stupid. I'm a crow, for fuck's sake.
You're not stupid yet, but yet we had to wake you up unconscious on
You're
the
not
side of a
stupid, we
road
are.
next to a truck that was broken into and boxes that are all torn up. Need I go on?
Well, now, Hades, it's not for us to jump to conclusions. Let's
Well,
find out what has to be said here.
I mean, I'm just stating the obvious right now.
This crow is just staring at you. And they look at everyone else. So who's in charge of you all?
Good question.
Well, clearly not you, points at Hades.
And
What's your name?
Hang on, let me double check my notes.
That's a weird name.
Shush.
hey, now, just because you are a very well dressed man, and I do want the number to your tailor, does not mean that you can just insult me like that. You don't have to make it seem obvious that I'm not in charge. I mean, I'm not, but you don't got to make it obvious.
Why would I willingly give you my name?
So that I can address you as something other than bird.
Or crow.
Or
We don't want to be
snap.
rude.
My name is Quinby.
Quinby. Right then. How about you tell us, Quimby, why you were unconscious under a pile of boxes on the side of the road next to this pile up?
I mean, accidents happen. Just so happened to be here at the wrong time.
So you're saying you were hit by the boxes?
Yeah.
And here I thought you were a crow, not a crackle.
He squints at that. It is, at this time, it is 2 a.m. Way too dark for a crow.
Oh, so he can't even see what breed we are.
Well, he can see you because there's lights, there's cops.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you know, birds always flying into clear windows and stuff. You probably could hit a windshield.
See, they get it.
Hey, but I just
Okay.
want to know why you're flying so low to the ground. I mean, what could you have seen so low down here that you had to hit the windshield at all?
I didn't hit a windshield. I got hit by a box.
So then you saw what was out here.
Shit. All right, what do you want?
Just to know what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, that is like our only question right now.
All right, if I'm gonna tell y'all anything, I need a promise here. Because you guys work for that agency. You clearly do. There's no houses around here for miles.
You are correct. We do work for the agency. My friends here aren't exactly the best at the police work.
He raises an eyebrow and just, well, he looks at Lieutenant, and he gives off the feeling of a raised eyebrow, but then just looks back at the girl. Yeah, this is like, honestly, I couldn't care less what we're gonna do to you. The reason why I'm not in charge is because I'm like a few days away from not caring about anything. So
So you're doomed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was used to be in demolitions.
demolitions, search and rescue. I moved around a little.
And
We're getting off topic.
Lieutenant gets kind of close. If he has nothing to lose, that means you disappearing wouldn't hurt him. Talking might be a good idea.
Yeah, and Hades leans in and just bares his teeth at the crow.
Okay.
I want to listen to the lieutenant.
I'm gonna need some rolls under puppy.
Heck yeah. Because my dog power is terrifying. Roll under puppy to be scary or just plain intimidating.
Yep, so you roll with advantage.
Okay, so I roll 1 then?
Yes.
Ultra success.
A crit?
4!
Yes, a crit success.
I failed.
So like you try to be intimidating.
I was not trying to be intimidating. Lieutenant is just speaking fact here.
Okay. Like you're trying all this, and then you notice there's a box right next to the crow that was addressed to you.
Roll the 6.
So it kind of distracts you a little bit. But the the German Shepherd with big teeth definitely gets the message across. And the crow just kind of poofs up his feathers. Okay. I just want to promise that I'm going to be put into a witness protection here. Okay. Because my boss is the most terrifying thing on this fucking planet. And I don't want her knowing that I told you.
Don't worry, you have nothing to fear from your boss. Minka licks her chops.
Trust me, she makes our muscle scared. And though our muscle are bears, so, and honey badgers, but that's beside the point.
They don't care.
I'll take care of when
They're-
she's mad.
Yeah. They ain't dogs. They ain't gonna be a problem.
You've never met a honey badger. Look, I need a promise that I'm going to be put in under protection here. All right? If I tell you what's going on, I need to be guaranteed that I am safe.
Don't worry, I promise you will be protected. And then in his mind, Hades is wondering, do we even have a witness protection thing?
You do.
Wait, I was just implying that Minka, that the crow wouldn't have anything to fear from their boss just because they'd be dead long before the boss got there.
I'm sorry, is this D&D or is this Honey Heist?
Yeah, I know.
Lieutenant's
Anna-
trying to be so nice right now, and it's
Here-
just like I was just playing good cop, bad cop here.
Well,
For what it's
here's
worth, I rolled a 6 on the intimidation.
No, Lieutenant, you're playing good cop, bad cop, neutral cop.
No,
Well, here-
Minka's
there's-
the dumb cop. She doesn't-
there's also an unwritten rule with Honey Heist / Turkey Heist. Nobody dies.
Yeah.
No animal dies. Nobody dies. Not even the people. Even if they really deserved it, like Scrooge.
Huh. So Minka's gonna go hungry. Oh well.
I'm not gonna comment. I know what dogs eat. They can they can make do.
I rolled a 6 on intimidation, so
You were staring off into space.
yeah.
But with the promise of protection, I'm just going to paraphrase what this guy tells you. There is somebody stealing everything that has to do with the holidays. If they assume it's a part of the holidays, they strike. And they have an entire army, if not bigger than an army, at their command to do this. So animals you guys have likely only ever seen on TV or in a zoo is at their disposal.
Wait, even the platypuses?
I swear to fuck. That needs to stop. Okay?
You walked into this one, okay?
How
You
did
walked
I
into this
walk
one.
into that? How did I walk into
the
this?
ones we've only seen on zoos or TV?
Anyway, their HQ is on an island. Double checking. Yeah. Their HQ is on an island in the Pacific. Far out of range from humans. They have they have similar technology to the agency. In fact, they have deserters from the agency at their disposal as well. They have honey badgers, they have bears. They have 2 head guards that intimidate everybody.
Is one of them Buck?
No. One is a dog, sure, but the other one, hilariously, is a pony.
It's probably
No,
Fluttershy.
wait, not even a horse, just a pony?
You'll learn
Fluttershy.
later. They have cameras, they have laser grids, but everything is contained in a vault in the middle of this island above the... please note, this is a volcanic island. We're just going full spy movie here. It's a volcanic island. But there is a vault inside the mountain. and their boss is is in there as well. I can see Kevin just freaking out in joy. Because like I'm noticing the time and I'm trying to speed this along. I'm sorry.
Well then, it seems that we need to get to that location. And that explains a lot about what I've just discovered. Does the agency have any way of detaining our feathered friend here?
They
Uh,
oh, go ahead, Hades.
hang on. There might be something in my pouch. Hang on. And he like tries to get into his pouch with his nose, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, I have one paw free." And he just starts digging in there, and he eventually finds like a walkie-talkie, and he's just like, "Oh, I mean, we could call it in, I guess."
The crow is just sitting there on the asphalt. They look like they've accepted their fate.
Let's call it in and get moving.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And Hades
You'll-
looks at do you want me to call it in or you? I mean, feels
Go
like
ahead
you're
and-
the one leading us.
Go ahead and call it in. Just keep in mind we don't know who, looking at the crow, has infiltrated the agency and is guiding them from within.
That's very true. And he reaches for the He reaches for the walkie-talkie and stops. And he says, "That's true. Then we don't even know if the people on the other side of this walkie or this walkie are working for him. But I do have a backup plan." And he reaches out and just a little piece of this collar and just says, "Hey, Persephone. No, I'm not just checking on you. But
And
are you
guys' end,
okay?"
you just hear that voice from like Charlie Brown, the teachers. But high pitched. We all know that sound. We all know that sound.
"No, I'm not just checking on you. But are you okay? Do you need me to come back? Do you need that? Okay, okay. I did call for a reason. I need you to go down to the agency and talk to the headmaster. Trusting you with this. Apparently, on my mission, we're going up against a big, bad, evil gal or girl, and we don't know if they've infiltrated or not, but they do have deserters inside their group. So I just need you to go down and talk to Bixby about all this."
You get a response that you are using communications right now. You can do it yourself.
Well, yeah, but but we don't know. If I got a.
She then comments, "Everybody has communication. Everyone has a fucking phone." And click.
God damn it!
Lieutenant calls Bixby. Just like
Bixby.
Bixby. Okay, yeah, I wrote it wrong then.
Wait,
Like
hold on.
y'all look at Hades and you just like you just.
No, it
I
was
mean,
Bixby. I'm sorry.
No, I know. He says, I don't have an actual phone. I just have pagers. That's all. And my pagers I got one pager for my wife and another pager for HQ. Like that's it.
HQ doesn't use pagers anymore. That's the
They,
funnier part.
Hey,
That's the funnier
they made
part.
an exception for me. All right.
They did
like
while
he's
you were
fucking-
still working. You're technically retired. They shut it down the moment you left. It's like finally.
Isn't he retiring in 2 days?
Yeah, I ain't retired yet.
At this point, Duke just pulls a flask out of his scarf, takes a long swig, shakes his head. Let's get this bird to headquarters. Get it taken care of so we can get moving.
Moving this along then, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Let's and Lieutenant's just gonna pull like effectively like a big enough cup to put the bird in
Oh my god.
and just puts it over his head so that he's there and is just like, okay, he's here, they'll come pick him up, we gotta move, we gotta go.
Yeah, because you can also
Alright.
hear that the distraction that's keeping the cops out of here is starting to die down. And when you look over, you can see this little brown dog and a black lab are doing flips in the air with explosions and fireworks. But they're tired.
No, only has so much energy in him, we need to move.
Yeah, he's only been distracting them for about 4 hours now.
At 5 he gets a little tired.
Anyway,
Just give him some coffee and let him go.
no, you don't. You like over your radio, you hear don't.
No.
This is from somebody like there's nobody at the agency with that voice, just don't. Anyway,
How many sugars do you want in that coffee? No.
the agency gives you guys we're just gonna go stupid here. They give you guys a submarine because it's gonna be faster and no one will see you. And I'm not gonna put this on my screen, but I'm gonna put it in the Zoom chat, at least try to. Let's see if this works.
Susan, I was thinking the exact same thing, but I wasn't going to say it.
Oh no, it's because you
Paddle.
Here we go. It's in the chat for you.
Yay.
You know, I made that last minute. It's the dumbest thing I've made.
But it
Compared
works.
to all the animals I've drawn,
So,
that is the dumbest thing I've made.
So
Pretty
I
good.
like to think we roll up on the shoreline and Hades like, oh hey, Persephone and I went here for our honeymoon. Oh, it's been taken over.
No,
Oh man.
this is the only time I'm ever gonna look at a player and say no.
Okay.
This is a remote island somewhere in the Pacific. Your guys' compasses aren't even working here. No GPS. When you try to message HQ, it doesn't go through. But you can kind of see what the crow meant by armed guards and all that. There are dogs that you guys might have seen at the agency like early in the year and then just never came back. There are bears wearing armor. There are honey badgers which don't have anything with them. They don't have guns or anything. They have no armor. They're just patrolling alongside these armed bears. There are owls, there's tigers, there's gorillas, which you guys have seen. There's one in your HQ.
Oh my.
I walked into, okay, that one I walked into. There's crocodiles. There are animals that you've never experienced or seen, but there's one animal patrolling the outside that kind of makes you hesitate. They're a dog, but they're wearing a dinosaur skull. It looks like the skull of a velociraptor, but there are horns coming off of the sides. And for us humans, it's a carnotaur. But for you guys, you have no idea what skull that is. But
You
this
mean
dog,
like a hat?
It's wearing it like a helmet. It's looking through the sockets. And every animal here kind of gives them a bit of a wide berth when they walk around, but they are wearing a shiny, sophisticated collar, but they have their head low to the ground like they are a wolf hunting. There are patrols, and there are buildings dotted around hidden by jungle canopy. And sticking out of the side of the mountain is a large, what looks like it used to be a lab. If you've ever seen the movie The Incredibles, there you go.
I'm guessing that we are seeing this as we get out of the submarine. Is this correct?
I'm playing this as though you guys have long since gotten out of the submarine and you're just watching it through binoculars.
Copy of that. Then it might be a bit of a distance, but are we catching any hints of that strange perfume?
Yes. Every time a patrol goes by, you get a waft of it. It's not as strong, but it's there. I'm going to mute myself to eat. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm going to do a slight flashback scene here real quick. As everybody was fussing over Quinby, Duke took the piece of magenta-colored fur that was stuck to the back of the truck, tucked it into his scarf. After all, that scent might be useful later.
All right.
It was actually something I had meant to do at the time, but I had to step away for a moment.
No, you're fine.
Well then,
Is there anything we can see here that matches that magenta fur?
No, not out here.
we need to get through that island to their inner vault. I would recommend and pull out the tuft of magenta fur and spread the pieces between the four of us. That'll give us their scent.
That sounds a plan.
I mean, I can try and pull them away. Get them all chasing me.
It's a good idea, but we might need that for getting out. If we can mosey our way in with them thinking we're one of them until we've done what we need to do, then we just need to distract them leaving rather than coming and going and maybe getting them a little wound up.
Not to mention, if they do get deserters from the agency, then they might know our tactics.
Well, not to put too fine of a point on it, but we don't exactly have tactics as a pack right now, do we?
And that's our best strength right now. If we don't have tactics, they won't know what we're doing.
Precisely. So,
That's like for U.S. Army.
Oh my god.
So it sounds like we need to be exactly what they're not expecting.
They're expecting-
exactly.
And what would that be exactly?
you you just gave Lieutenant the green light to let's go. And he is going to start bounding away from you guys. And just be like, "Hi guys, let's be friends! Let's go! Let's play tag!"
Okay.
Sometimes it's time to let the mad dog off the leash and let them go.
While Elfie is doing that, Minka's just gonna walk up to the front like she belongs.
All right.
Maybe pull out a clipboard from nowhere. I don't know how she's holding it, but
Yeah, so Minka pulls out the clipboard. Hades comes up behind, behind and to the right of Minka, and is looking like he's protection for Minka, or at least trying to look like it. But
So
before that, he goes through a flashback, and
Mhm.
he remembers when Persephone first told him that he was gonna be a dad, and well, that's all he remembers because he fainted. So
Alright. I will also mention this because I forgot to mention this before. The agency gave you guys treats, like rations, for you guys to munch if you need them. So that is like
treats.
standard issue. If you that is for if you need to put points back into puppy.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do right there. So after that, he takes out a treat and just says, "Can't wait to get home."
Crunch. These are not soft. These are rations. They're not soft. They're gonna make noise. Anyway, Lieutenant, roll your distraction. And here's what I'm trying to understand. You guys are trying to infiltrate disguise as though you belong there?
That was my plan.
Yeah,
Because it sounds like
that's
what
what I
Mika
thought.
and Hades are doing.
the Chinese
Okay.
fire drill. We belong here. Don't think too hard about it. Like,
Is that a
Oh.
2 or a 1? Die.
If you are doing your ability, which is distraction, then that would be 2 dice.
2 and a 5.
Is that a success or?
That is a success.
Okay, just tell me if it's a success.
Oh,
Because I don't
okay,
know
sorry.
I don't know your stats. You guys, we're not using a VTT. It's okay. It's okay. So you succeeded. Let me do a quick check here. Okay. For Duke, Minka, and Hades, whoever is trying to pull off the disguise that you guys are meant to be there for whatever reason, you guys need to roll under Bandit. Only 1 dice though,
I
because
can't-
none of you guys are the face.
I can tell he's unstoppable on this, right?
Let me double check what Unstoppable is.
Right. Now I have a quick question
Mm-hmm.
because I did the smelling earlier. So
Mhm.
did that move anything around?
I'd say no, not that time. No, because that isn't even on your dog size or your ability for being a dog, being part of this agency. That's just something your dog can do naturally.
Right then. In that case, it did not succeed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all of us are rolling. Okay.
Yeah, unstoppable is roll on your puppy to be an unstoppable force of nature that can break or resist almost anything in your path.
Oh no.
Then you would not be rolling for Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Hades got a crit failure.
Oh.
I got a regular success.
So we
Mika's the only one.
So Duke got a regular success. Hades crit failed. Sorry, Duke failed. Sorry.
Correct.
Hades had a critical failure. Mika's the only one that succeeded alongside Lieutenant, who's nowhere near you two.
Yep.
Hey, at least it's the muscle that failed. So we can take care of ourselves.
It's the muscle and the lookout that failed.
I mean, hi, I'm the muscle. I'm the one who's unstoppable.
Then the lookout, who's been looking for this the entire time, doesn't see it, but Lieutenant will see it. And this makes Lieutenant's distraction turn less from a distraction, more of, oh fuck, I need to run. As this speedy motherfucker is now chasing you.
Oh.
Oh no. Let's go.
In a jungle. It's a cat.
It's a pink furred cat.
It's a very pink furred
Is that the
fast
color of
kitty.
magenta
It's a
that
spotted pink fur cat.
So I'm gonna zoom in on here to note that there's a piece of fur that's been cut.
Yep.
Well,
This is a cheetah, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
fun.
not trying to outrun it. I found
No,
my
you
culprit.
no,
Like,
this here's the
No.
thing. You
tell
are
Kate
the
to play fair.
you have been looking for the source of the magenta this whole time,
Yep.
and you don't get to see it. But Lieutenant is the one being chased by the source of the pink fur.
Oh,
It's a fucking cheetah in a jungle chasing a dog.
I'm just gonna say LT should not play fair. If you're up against a cheetah, you should cheat too.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh my god.
I need to ask you. So Lieutenant rolled a 2, yeah?
Yes.
This guy also rolled a 2 twice.
Fun.
So you guys are racing now, but you know not to get close to this fucker.
Oh
So,
yeah. And it's
Lieutenant-
this and it even though Lieutenant is being chased, at the same time, this is the most fun he's had in a long time.
Yeah.
So it's this, we should be friends after this. This is a lot of fun. I haven't had a good run in a while.
In case anyone's curious, the cheetah's name is Jeffrey.
Of course. Jeff and a forest. So long as it isn't a rainforest.
volcanic island, warm, tropical. I think it might be a rainforest.
That's a jungle.
Regardless, none of these animals, like some of these animals aren't actually supposed to be here. This is a cheetah. This is a island in the Pacific. How did it get here? Anyway, Lieutenant is busy keeping the patrols focus on them, and more importantly, not getting caught by a large cat. With Duke and Hades, I want to know how Duke failed while Minka was the only one successful here.
As you said, Duke has been so focused on finding the magenta fur, he literally walks into a patrol.
The patrol that's coming out of the largest building to help the rest of the patrol.
And just stops for a moment, realizing he doesn't know what to say. Howdy. Pulls out the flask. Anybody want a drink?
And I think with Hades, they are still talking about the agency and their wife as they run, as you guys run into these guys. And the patrol is led by a grizzly bear wearing tactical battle armor. And then he's like flanked by a tiger and a lion. Yes, I am making that joke.
Oh my.
Yep, there it is.
Oh
They just
my.
they look at you guys, and the tiger pulls out a gun and points at you two. But then they look at Minka. Yeah, all right, you can go in. The other two, you're unfortunately might be arrested.
Hades stops talking, looks, and growls. He tries to intimidate them.
Good luck. Feel free to
Well,
roll.
Oh yeah, I failed, so hang on, I gotta move my stats again.
Yeah, so when you fail, it goes into puppy.
Yep. Now, my power is terrifying, so I roll with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a success. Just a regular success, though, not a crit success.
Well, let me do this in order for introduction. The bear, crit fail. Tiger, crit fail. He's the one with the gun. Lion, crit fail. Holy shit. A
That's
bear
right.
with tactical armor, a tiger with a gun, and a lion failed against a dog that is so small compared to them.
So Hades just growls and just says, I was never here. Do you understand?
You know, see Grog. They look at each other. They look at you. They kind of shuffle out of the way, and then they go to focus on Lieutenant.
And he just looks. He looks at Lieutenant and just sees how
Lieutenant's
fast
long
they're
gone.
running.
You can't see them.
Oh yeah, so he
They're-
just looks a little
they're
worried and just
gone.
says, "Yeah." He looks a little worried and says, "Well, he's a very good agent. I'm sure he can. I'm sure they can take care of themselves."
I'm getting too old for this.
I really am. I really am. Yeah, that's why he was so intimidating, because he's like, I have literally nothing to lose.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Persephone would agree with that.
Inside the facility, this feels like the agency. It is designed and built probably by a dog or a group of dogs. But unlike the agency, this is definitely very clean. You can see cameras at every corner. You can let me double check this. You can see some places have like a keypad or a place for a key card. And in some places, when you squint your eyes a little bit, you can see there is a laser grid taking up an entire hallway. And at one point, you see one of the patrols walk up to one of these laser grids. They look very bored, and they toss their lunch through it and just bzz, splat to the ground. And on the ground is a paper plate with a string on it that all lands on perfectly, and they just reel it in and then walk away with their cut up food. References.
Sounds like a good time to use that glass shard you pocketed.
My thoughts exactly. Reaches into his pocket, takes out the glass shard. Right, so how are we gonna redirect it? Where do we want to redirect it to?
Is there, for lack of a better definition, a computer we can access to get into layout, figure out where the vault is?
Yes. Because you guys are disguising yourselves as though you're supposed to be there, people, like, the animals here pay you no mind, but if you linger, they will start to get a little curious. But one of the creatures, a honey badger with a bit of mange, unfortunately, points you in the direction of the lab, which is essentially this place's R&D department. And
Mosey on in.
this is the part where it gets weird. Their R&D department is not raccoons. It's dolphins. Wearing wetsuits to keep the water in.
With little lasers on their head.
It's not sharks.
Oh, those are around, but they're even weirder. You haven't found them just yet.
So, do we have a bunch of fish to bribe them with?
Let me do a quick
And then we can just say so long.
No, I'm not sure. And Hades will take a bite of a treat.
You can see that all the dolphins are currently distracted by a screen that is showing the outside perimeter. They're watching lieutenants race, and you can see them betting with each other.
Good. It should allow us to access a interface of some sort and get the layout we need.
Another thing you notice is that all of the dolphins are wearing glasses. So one of them looks back and kind of lifts the glasses and then completely forgets that they need them to see outside the water. They squint. And they go back to the screen, like lowering their glasses. That's probably one of the bears. Weird fur color, though.
I mean, Minko's pretty berry.
That's what they mean. By accessing the computers, this is a place run by animals, run by people who used to be part of the agency. They still run off of the same technology the agency does. So they just scan the microchip that every pet should be tagged with to give you access. You get a general blueprint of the place. The vault is in the very center of the island, underneath that orange spot in the middle.
And let me guess.
That is
Go
also
ahead.
where the boss's office is.
I was going to say, let me guess, that's also behind the corridor of lasers.
There is a straight corridor to it, yes.
Is there any other way?
Unless you want to go down the volcano tube.
I mean, we probably have ways to do that.
Yeah, but do you have time to do that? Because it's hiking an entire mountain. And then hoping that it's not deadly in there. It's a volcano.
Well, we need to disengage that laser grid.
Right, does the lab have a control panel to disable it?
You can't disable the grid from here. But you did see that there was a bunch of like keypads next to certain hallways and doors.
It wants to steal a card from one of the dolphins.
Sure.
Oh god, this is gonna be hilarious.
I have a plan. I have somewhat of a plan. If I
Okay.
fail, I'll just try to intimidate him again. I mean, that seems to be working.
Oh my
Right?
god. Oh my god. Okay.
Now, before you do that, were you not just asking just a short time ago? Wow, I'm like going all over the place with this tonight. A direction to redirect the laser beam.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. And he'll do we want to like test it out right now before we do anything? Or
Yeah, this
Well,
is cutting laser beams, not alarm laser beams, right?
That is correct.
So if you redirect the beam at the keypad to go down the corridor, it should disable it.
makes sense to me. And Hades will go up carefully and stick the piece of glass and try to orient it towards the keypad. Orient it so that it'll like bounce off the glass and into the keypad.
Okay. I don't know what you would be rolling for this. I feel like it would be bandit.
Bandits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just roll 1 dice under bandit.
Yep. Ooh, success.
Okay. So I'm imagining Minka and Duke watch them start to go up to the lasers, and Duke has already gotten down low to the ground. And then we just see his paw come up, grab Minka, and slowly lower them to the ground as well. Just in case. Just
So-
no, get down.
Yeah, Hades is the same way. He's like low on the ground and like holding the glass as far away from him as he can.
I'm just assuming, because like from the way things sound, you guys have made it to the long hallway of lasers. During this time, Lieutenant, you have lost everything. You can't find the cat. You can't find anyone else. You have been shot at, but not a single thing hit. Because I don't think anything that has a gun can actually see in their armor.
Okay.
So you are able to just casually walk into the facility because nobody's there.
Mm-hmm.
I do need you to roll for puppy though. 1 dice.
Okay. That is a fail. Very much a fail.
Is it a crit?
It's a 5.
Oh boy.
5 over 3.
Okay, you don't need to move anything over for this.
Okay.
Because this is essentially a save.
Oh, okay.
As rounding the corner in one of these halls is a maned wolf. But they're not a proper color. Instead of being like that beautiful orange and black, they're like a dark brown. You don't see them first, you see the silhouette of 2 horns. And then you see them round the corner with glowing yellow eyes inside that skull. And you get this odor from them. You're able to get out of the way before they detect you. But if this was a horror game and you were looking at this thing, the screen would be distorting and the violin would be going nuts.
Yep.
As this maned wolf walks by, breathing heavy. Amethyst.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You are able to avoid them. You're just a lot shaken up by seeing that.
Lieutenant's just gonna go doodly doo. Gotta find my friends. Doodly doo. I gotta
That was
get
not
out
a
of
friend.
here.
That was not a friend.
That was not a friend. Doodly doo.
But you come around the corner as you see Hades is carefully aiming a laser beam, cutting through the wall slowly towards a keypad.
Talking, muttering to himself, "Oh, slowly.
And with a pop and a fizzle, the lasers go out.
Oh, thank God, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done.
Lieutenant's just as quietly kind of sneaks up next to Hades and just hearing slowly, he responds with quickly moves the garden mouse.
And you just hear just a yip, a high pitched yip. Don't scare me like that, Lieutenant. Oh my God. Damn near gave me a heart attack.
Duke, I need you to roll under puppy, and this will not change your stats.
Crit fail.
Duke, because of your sense of smell, you smell them coming. This is a very unsettling smell. and you look behind you to see the silhouette of a pony wearing a military helmet. But the pony does not come around the corner first. 2 barrels come around the corner first. 2 barrels of miniguns.
What in tarnation?
As a pony wearing military garb and a saddle strapped with 2 miniguns, pulling a cart full of ammo behind him. And their eyes are also glowing yellow.
Please tell me there's no medic behind them. Because I'm just picturing the heavy
No.
TF2.
No, but they are like a pale white pony with like blonde hair.
Oh, and that's
So the direction they came from, if we bolt straight down the corridor that had the lasers in it, would they be around the corner from us or shooting straight down?
They're out. If you guys run down the hall, he will be behind you. The fail is not being shaken up by seeing him. You can't tell if he's seen you or not, because like the helmet is doing that thing that cartoons do where it's covering the eyes, but you can see the glow.
All right. Yeah, everybody forward quickly,
just gonna go through like we
but
belong.
casually.
Quickly but casually.
Quickly,
Speed
casually.
walk. Oh.
Yeah, we don't have time to mess around with silly guards. We have important business to do.
Pushing anybody who doesn't start moving immediately.
Yeah, Hades started moving. He saw the minigun.
Yeah.
He's like, that's a no fun rope right there.
Yep. You guys are able to get to the hall, and similar to at the HQ, there's the double doors. But the odor that would be with these it's so faint. And it's so old, it's not even worth it. But there is a different smell as you get closer. It's perfume. Rich perfume. It
Right
is
then. All right then.
How are you guys going in here? Are you going in like quietly? Are you doing the Shrek thing and kicking open the door?
Like we belong.
Yeah,
Casually opening the door.
Like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
we are definitely not going to be shocked to see anything in here.
Yeah, we're just the cleanup crew. We're here to take out the trash.
the double doors swing open, and that smell, the perfume comes out, and like there's no actual effect, but it's like coming out like smoke. And this is a office that's similar layout to Bixie's. The difference is instead of a big TV screen, there's a window with like magma raining everywhere. And you can see in the middle of the magma is a vault. Untouched, unbothered, not even heating up. But the weird part for y'all is there's cat beds. There's toys. There's catnip bar. And sitting on the desk instead of in the chair, on top of a keyboard, is a cat.
Of course.
Ah! I know exactly which cat this is.
Meet Gertrude. Yep, Kevin's dead. Such grump. I had a lot of fun drawing this one. Gertrude is just sitting there looking at you all.
Hades says, "Evening, boss." We're here for our afternoon jobs to be assigned.
I can't do a French accent.
Huh.
Oh.
Don't even try.
Oh.
Don't even try. Don't even try. Not while Kevin is here. Not while Kevin is here. Don't even try.
Français.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, we could get Kevin to do the Quebecois accent, right?
No. Gertrude looks at you all. Her face is unmoving. You don't work for me. None of you do. None of you have ever worked for me. Yes, I know my tail's positioned perfectly. I'll fix that.
Oh, it was perfect.
I know. That's why I had to move it because it was going to distract me. You're all here for the vault, aren't you?
This would be true. But I have a question for you. Why?
Amethyst.
Oh, god damn it. I'm barely tapping the keys.
What was that, Duke?
Why?
You don't know who my owner is. But they gesture to Lieutenant Minka. You know a family member of them. You ruined my family's life. And at this, behind you, the wolf and the pony have now stepped into the doorway. There is no retreat. Ever since that bastard's change of heart, and she kind of wiggles her fingers at us, the entire family got taken down. Arrests here and there, losing their homes. No more caviar, champagne, or lap of luxury. I lost everything. And she's giving you all a deranged smile with those reversed fangs.
Duke is just casually looking about.
Yeah, I'll fucking.
If this is a evil villain's lair, where's the self-destruct button?
Ooh, that's. I would like to distract the cat while Duke is looking around.
All right.
Last Christmas was a lot of fun.
I mean, we
Oh,
helped
I'm
so
sure.
many people.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So yeah, Hades goes, wait, hang on. You're telling me that all because a guy lost food, your family's life was ruined? And he's like inching away from Duke to keep the attention on him and not on Duke.
Mink and Lieutenant could probably do all the distracting, just exchanging or fondly reminiscing about last year's adventure. Since
Yeah.
we were there.
Hearing that, like, Hades is kind of downplaying what they did, Lieutenant will be like, well, no, we didn't just take the food. I mean, we also took their phone, started giving away their money to people who actually needed it, and, wasn't actually going to be selfish about it.
I mean, and we kind of left the place on fire.
Yeah,
That is true.
no, I
Yeah,
heard
you
about
guys-
that. Why the hell did y'all burn the place down? Like,
Well, that
number one of breaking into someplace,
Okay.
you don't destroy the place afterwards. That just proves someone was there.
I mean,
Be fair, it exploded.
yeah.
and
Kevin's over like, yeah, it did.
he was at the table when we were clearing him out. So yeah. And we didn't really mean to light it on fire, and also we didn't light it on fire after. It happened during.
Yeah. Give the professionals a little bit of a break here.
Hades is just shaking his head, and he just goes, "Come on, you
In
can't
any
tell.
case.
You're telling me they got rid of that in training? They didn't tell y'all about not. They didn't tell y'all about erasing your evidence without leaving evidence behind.
A fire erases evidence.
Well, yeah, but it also is evidence that someone was there."
Duke,
It's not like we were hiding from him.
the cat is pressing a button on their lapel, and you see all the lights in the building turn red. And she just smiles. There's the self-destruct. And she puts her paw down. Are you two going to continue your banter? And yes, I do see you. Don't try it.
Hades just turns, looks at the cat, and just smiles menacingly and just says, "Oh, you ain't that deranged. I'm sure you have a button that stops the self-destruct, and you're gonna
No.
want to press it." And he tries to intimidate him again.
Feel free. But I'm going to say this. She's going to roll to oppose. Because she
Okay.
has that ability too.
Okay. Oh, that's right, advantage. Because it's a terrifying. Crit success! I swear to
success.
you. Okay. What do we do now?
Like, you threaten her to press it, and she hovers her paw over like a device that has the button, and she breaks it instead.
And Hades' grin just freezes, and a frown appears on his face. "Oh, you done messed with the wrong shepherd."
Oh, I know who you are. You're almost retired. You're a German Shepherd that works with the agency, with a beautiful golden retriever expecting puppies. You're not supposed to be here. He pauses. Your bow tie turns into a helicopter. And you also broke the elevator earlier today.
Hades raises an eyebrow, and can he think back to that raccoon that took the note and what that raccoon looked like?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Can he remember the name of that raccoon?
Barnaby.
Ah, so Barnaby's your inside guy.
No, I
Good
don't
to
even know
know.
who that is.
Well, a cat as deranged as you, I'm sure you don't even keep track of names. But I know who your guy is now.
The screen, the window behind her flicks to become a screen. You guys have 2 minutes before this place goes. And you can see the magma is being agitated by machinery, causing the entire island to shake.
From the layout that we got earlier when we were in the Dolphins, is the vault movable? Is the intention of this self-destruct to destroy everything, or to get away with the goods?
From what you could see from the blueprints, this self-destruct is meant to destroy the island and bury the evidence. And from what you can see outside the window, there are large magnets suspending the vault in midair. Magnets, how do they work? Nobody knows.
Large magnets?
Yes.
Lieutenant, cut the power.
Yeah, he'll basically try and find it, or actually no, you know what? Forget it. He grabs something out of his pack that is effectively an EMF disruptor, and
EMP,
like press
yeah.
EMP. There we go. Thank you.
EMF is for detecting ghosts.
Oh,
Well,
EMP is
there are gonna be a lot of those soon.
EMP is electromagnetic pulse.
That's what I meant. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I understood what you meant.
Thank you.
Whereas EMF is electromagnetic frequency.
But an EMP.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what a lieutenant's going to do, is release an EMP so that the power's cut.
Now I'll say you don't need a roll, because how do you roll to resist that? You don't.
I'm
The
going for a fun drop tower ride.
The EMP goes off, and from your guys' positions, you can see all the magnets just droop, and the vault drops out of view.
Did we hear a splash?
No, because that's not how magma works.
Mm.
The cat looks back at the window, having heard the whoosh of the vault, and you can see a glow starting to rise as the magma is now starting to rise. As now that the power has been cut, the self-destruct process has stopped, but it's already been set in motion. You no longer have a timer. You just know the volcano is going to blow regardless. And the cat looks at you all. Well played, puppy. But this is not going to be the last time. And she gives a purr. You look behind you, the wolf and the ponies step aside and just kind of step through panels on either side of the hallway that shut. So you guys could leave. But when we look back at the cat, they have stepped off the keyboard onto the chair and just shoop, down to the floor.
Real quick, before it can get away, I'd like to throw a tracker at its collar.
Feel free to roll under bandit.
Ooh, this is not going to go well.
And if you fail at this, this is not actually going to move any points. It's just you throwing something. Sorry.
Okay. That's a fail.
It tinks off the back of the chair because it was made for a dog. So it's also a bit cinematic. It's the high back chair the most evil villains in a spy movie have. It just bounces off and hits the window and just sticks.
So Hades goes, "Oh, I'm trained for stereotypes."
The ground is still shaking. And you can see the rise of the magma in the top of the vault starting to come into view.
It is time for us to depart. Post haste.
Luckily, we don't have to make any more rolls. This is purely cinematic. You guys are able to get.
Hades is carrying someone with his helicopter bow tie.
I wish you luck if you choose Minka.
No, Minka's fast enough. She's probably he or she is probably carrying someone else.
Yeah, she probably got Lieutenant on her back or something.
In any case, you're running through the jungle. You can see the facility behind you starting to crumble and detonate. All the animals that were on this island are long since gone. They've all evacuated the moment the rumbling started. You climb into your submarine. You watch as that facility, that specific building, bursts out with flame and light, and the top of the volcano erupts into the air. You pull away from the island just as the rest of the shockwave hits. You're safe. You're fine. And you get a good distance away to watch the island just burn itself. 10 seconds later, I think Zoom is going to noise suppress me. But you hear this. right next to you guys as the vault lands, kind of boils the water a little bit, and then starts to sink.
Oh, wait. Submarine. Get the hook on the submarine. Hang on.
I'm just playing like one of those claw games now.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant's just like,
You almost got it. You got it. Yeah. Oh, it fell out. Dang it.
Lieutenant just looks at it. What exactly the plan? Let's go home.
Oh, this is the challenge for you guys for when I'm done narrating, is how you guys get back home.
I
But
mean, we got the submarine.
that's not what I mean.
Well, remember to take that left turn at Albuquerque.
I thought it was a rat. Oh, dang it. Hang on.
I need to call timeout here, please.
Let me turn around.
I need to call timeout here, please. You all radio in now that the island has been destroyed. The interference is gone. The agency can now hear you and zero in on where you guys are. More submarines, more helicopters, all these vehicles appear to collect the vault. And in one night, doing the exact same job as Santa, all these dogs and animals spread out, delivering what needs to be delivered. At the HQ, all of the employees are given bonuses because some of these treats and some of these items were meant to be delivered to them as they thank you, have a happy holidays. Minka. With the headmaster, he finishes the papers for Hades to fully retire early if he so chooses.
Oh, thank God.
Duke, they offer to take your microchip off of their grid. So you don't have to be called in anymore if you so wish.
An old soldier never retires until he goes to that final rest.
Bixie kind of smiles at us. The offer will always be there if you ever need it. For Lieutenant, you get extra vacation days at where you actually work outside of the agency. And you won't know this until way later down the line, but your retirement party at that job is going to be fucking insane. and nobody will really know why or how. With Minka, when it comes to you, they offer you a toboggan that has, like, if you press a button on it, cushioned seats pop up, because that's all they can think of to offer you, because you don't really ask for anything.
Tricked out toboggan, yeah, she'll take that.
Yeah, so now you have a toboggan that has cup holders and a cushioned seat, and it also heats up when you need it.
It probably flies.
And along with Hades for the paperwork, you also get a bunch of, like, toys and gifts for the puppies.
Yeah. I like to think he just, like, after the mission, he's just like on the way back, just, you know what, just give me all your numbers just in case. I mean, this was a good last mission.
Yeah,
And
Hades
yes,
was
because I'm asking for your numbers, I will get a phone. I don't see what all the hubbub is about, but I'll get a phone.
You say that, and Barnaby walks up to you, shoves a phone into your collar, and walks away annoyed. But, like, as he walks away, he turns around, points at you with his opposable fingers. Don't break it again. Leaves.
It immediately falls out of his collar and breaks.
The screen just has a small crack in the corner.
Don't tell the raccoons. They are actually actively going to throw you. Now, how is it each of you get home? And what do you do?
Minkus is gonna ride the tricked out toboggan back up the hill.
In reverse. It's the same 2 frames, just played
and-
backwards.
And with a different toboggan.
This time with sunglasses, yeah. At night.
So, we do still have that image.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
It's in here somewhere. Found it.
Everyone else?
So Hades is staying behind, and he is just spending so much time just getting these tutorials on his phone on how to use it. He has all their numbers put in when he gets a message on his pager. And just it is Persephone. Get here now. Puppies are coming. And he's just like, oh no! Just immediately takes off.
He's telling me you break the elevator again.
Yes, like except this time he jumps into the elevator and just hits hits the top floor button, and then I like to think he's like shit, and then takes a gadget that he didn't use on the mission, puts it on here, and it just causes the elevator to just zoom up to the
Oh
top.
my god.
I'm sorry, Barnaby, the babies are coming.
Barnaby's just watching this elevator, and we see the gorilla that's wearing the sweater and the necktie hold his hand out. Barnaby sighs, pulls out a bag of bananas and hands it to him. He lost a bet. Lieutenant.
It's the same glass pane too.
Oh god. Lieutenant.
Lieutenant grabs the item that his humans would have gotten, which I'm gonna just take over, and it's a teddy bear.
Aw.
And so he'll pick that up, walk over to the elevator, go ride back up to his doghouse, walk in, make sure everyone's still asleep, find the small puppy, put the teddy bear next to the small puppy, curl up, and go back to sleep for Christmas.
And like with last time, I would ask that everybody mute themselves so I can continue this train of thought. Like last time, we see a shepherd dog with her litter of puppies sleeping in a barn surrounded by sheep. Some of them have lambs, some of them don't. Sleeping peacefully and warm. One of them is actually asleep on top of a sheep because that's really funny and cute. There's a pug no longer being held like a teddy bear by a toddler, but instead dragged around by the ankle by an older toddler and just accepting his fate. There's an alligator comfortable in a display in Dubai with a nice chicken dinner. There's a raccoon living in a sanctuary with other raccoons and a tanuki. There's a gorilla sleeping all the way in the jungle, nowhere near civilization, with his necktie and sweater hidden somewhere, probably in a barrel. Reference. But there is also a Rottweiler, damaged, scarred, and tired, sleeping peacefully with a 1-year-old clinging to his paw, holding crayons and markers. There is now a white squiggle all over that scar. And just like last time, whenever someone walks past that door, his lips kind of curl before he relaxes to sleep off the rest of the night as sleigh bells are starting to be heard. And that is where we're going to drop the curtain.
Did we miss Duke?
Did we miss Duke? Oh no, did we miss Duke? Oh no, I'm sorry.
I think we missed Duke.
You did, but it's a good ending anyway, and we'll leave Duke for next time.
I think like no, please do share us. Share
It
us.
just gets left in the office.
You know what? I know what happens with Duke. We see a house in Arizona, and Duke is sleeping on the porch with a little Santa hat strapped to his head and a fresh flask with a bow on it next to him.
That works.
Yeah. Now we can drop the curtain. I'm so sorry. I was so focused. Oh my god.
To add to the ending, all the other dogs get pictures of the litter that of Hades' kids. Actually, first it's a picture of Hades, and it says, "Look at these cute little puppies."
Oh, it just like really zoomed into his face.
Yeah,
Using the
he
large
thought.
camera.
Yeah, he thought he was taking a picture of his puppies, but he was taking a picture of himself.
Oh my god. By the way, the name of the island was Isle La Peur. But you guys would have learned if the crow was taken back to HQ.
Huh. Yeah,
But
I was holding on to this play of I was thinking Mink at some point would pull out just like a one of those party favor blower things.
mhm.
It just summons a bunch of geese from nowhere, and it was a gander reveal party.
Oh my god. There were like 2 NPCs you guys never got to meet. There was this guy.
Oh, that's hilarious! I love that.
That was requested by my friend ID10. And the other one, which was mentioned, Huter, is this guy. He works at the agency.
Ah.
Oh, thank you guys. I definitely want to thank my players here. I want to thank Sans for bringing back Lieutenant and being the other voice of reason for once. 'Cause last year you weren't.
I can't even remember who started the fire last year.
Lieutenant. Actually, it was a combination of Lieutenant and Buck. Because Buck was writing a name with booze on the ground and trying to light it on fire. The Lieutenant was trying to get a stick that was still on fire and became a fireball.
I'm more surprised y'all didn't reference the golden statue at all.
Didn't need to. You guys couldn't move it anyway. But
No, I'm saying whenever Hades was arguing with Lieutenant and Minka about downplaying their like in front of the
cat.
evil, the cat
Gertrude.
That's who.
As much as I want to continue the banter, I do want to end because it's almost 9 o'clock here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 11 over here.
It's almost midnight here.
I want to thank Shadow for coming back. I love having you at my tables. I really wish we could continue D&D. Understandably, they haven't continued. Duke was awesome, and I wish we could do more with him. But he's always welcome at the table.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Amethyst for bringing back Minka, who was fucking hilarious last year and is still hilarious now. And of course, again, courage to Red Umbreon and bringing in Hades. Your character was amazing and had so much love put into them. And personally, I am still shell-shocked, like still reeling that you had a dog named Sadie. And my mama dog was named Sadie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
was interesting.
She was the best.
Yeah, German Shepherds are awesome. And biggest thank you to our producer, Kevin. I was watching your reactions throughout it all. I already gave them all shout outs. No, shut up. I gave everybody else shout outs. Shush.
Oh,
Your
you
turn.
didn't. Excuse you. You didn't give Lieutenant Soner a shout out.
I did. I gave everybody a shout out.
Yep.
It's Kevin's turn. Don't turn the spotlight away from him.
No.
Started with Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Oh my,
But
yeah, that's right. My memory ain't very good.
Huge shout out to Kevin. I loved watching your reactions to all the bullshit that was happening, all the jokes, noticing the references. And I greatly appreciate everything you do for the server, for Dirty 20 Gaming, for this channel. If anybody here is still watching to the end, because I know that at some point this is going to be uploaded to the YouTube, at some point, who knows? I wish you all a very safe and a very happy holidays. Whatever you believe in, you are valid, as long as you're not hurting anybody, because that is so fucking important. The world's a mess, and life is difficult. But during this 1 month of the year, we try and make it a little bit brighter. So hit the like button, hit the bell, subscribe, follow us here on Twitch, and join the Discord if you feel so inclined. It all helps us out. We're a very welcoming community. Just don't be an asshole. That's all I can say. Don't be an asshole. That's basically it. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh
be
my
good to each other.
gods. Yes, please be nice to each other or catch these hands. I have